Yo guys, welcome in today's live stream. I just want to have a quick look at the markets as Bitcoin is insanely pumping. And I actually wanted to make a video today telling you a secret how we actually could know that Bitcoin is pumping and that market conditions has changed. Which was actually very important, but I didn't have the time to create that video, so that's why I will share that with you right here on the live stream. But let me quickly check into my phone so I can see the live chat going on. We got an alcohol-free beer right here left. I don't know if any Belgian people watching the stream, but this is actually one of my favorite drinks in the evening. Hello Neil and hello Christopher. So guys, Bitcoin was pumping like crazy. Let's give it a minute before people are entering the stream. I want to give everyone the opportunity to jump into the stream. I'm gonna show you that Bitcoin has crazy bumped through some resistance levels that really are significant. I can almost say right here, bear market is over. I'm going to tell you exactly what we can expect in 2023 and how we could know that the market condition changed. This is the most important thing actually, guys. I realized it a couple of days before we actually pumped right here, and I've shared that also. I will explain to you exactly how I could know at this specific point, maybe right here, that the bear market is most likely over. And this signal you can also use for the bull market. So when we see the signal in the bull market, you have a 100% certainty that you're gonna enter a bear market. When you see the signal in a bear market, you get a certainty, almost 100% certainty that we are going to enter a bull market. And this is, you probably haven't heard from this before, because I found this out by myself. I've seen this now multiple times, and that's also why I suddenly could change my conviction, because I have to say I was actually bearish. Like during this period right here, when we broke down, this was, I remember I make a video right here, we had this support and this uptrending support, we broke down, I was bearish, I thought we're gonna continue this downtrend, but then right here guys, I could easily flip the way I'm looking at the market. So I open long positions, and you guys already know that I've been all in into Bitcoin at these levels, actually at exactly 16,000 US dollars. I've been going all in, similar as I did when Bitcoin was 3,000 US dollars. I sold my car. Every money that I got, all the stables that I got, everything went into Bitcoin, like literally everything, guys. And we were going to talk about that. Let's check how many people are joining the stream right now. Would be awesome if everyone who is already here can drop a like, especially if you like this as much as I do. It's called Lever. It's called Lever Blonde. It's a Belgian beer. This one is alcohol-free, but it's really good generally. I'm also going to tell you, if you missed out on this pump, where you can re-enter and which levels you basically have to watch. So okay. Let's dive straight into that, guys. Let's dive straight into it. Make sure to leave a thumbs up. Put something in the chat. Wait, let me bring out the chat so we can get as much people as possible right here. We got Nalim saying there's a big dump coming. Yeah. Well, we have seen a massive rally, so often massive rallies are being followed by a big dump. But this looks bullish, guys. This looks bullish. Market conditions of Bitcoin changed, and I'm going to tell you why. Thank you for the live show, Jeroen. Thank you, Moose, for always being a big support on the channel. Really appreciate it. I see you guys' names. I always read the comments, so thank you so much for that. What do you think it will happen this week? I will let you know. I will let you guys know what I think is going to happen. Let me know in the chat. Is everything correct? Is the quality of the stream good? Can you hear me clearly with the microphone? And we got 33 people watching the stream, but I only see 5 likes. Can we pump up those numbers, guys? We need to see a similar pump in the amount of likes as we have seen in the Bitcoin price, and I will share with you the best kept secret. It's not even secret, but just nobody knows about this. How you could know that this bull market was starting. And I don't know, maybe some of you guys have joined WhaleAlerts, that is, I can tell you a little bit about my background, how I know that this actually was happening. I'm working on this project. It's called whaleportal. This is a online cryptocurrency trading dashboard where we are providing the exchange balance, the price of Bitcoin, funding rates from different exchanges, but we also calculate the average funding fee. You can find the historical funding fees right here as well. We got the premium index, awesome indicator, take a buy sell ratio, open interest, everything super amazing. And I work with this data already quite often. And as you guys know, I've made multiple tutorials on how to use the funding rates, and the funding rates is also the exact reason how we could know that the market conditions has changed. So normally, guys, what we are seeing is that when the funding rates are positive, the price tends to go down in a bear market, and when the funding rate is negative, the price tends to go up. It's really, really simple, and I can explain that. Most people always think like, hey, if everyone is short on Bitcoin, if the majority is short, why could it actually drive the price up? Well, think about this. When the majority is short, then the people who thought the price is going to go down already have sold, which leaves us in the market only left with buyers, at least more buyers. Same with buying Bitcoin. If everybody is bullish on Bitcoin, 100% of the market is bullish of Bitcoin, the majority, then who's going to buy Bitcoin? That is the question nobody asked themselves. When everyone is bullish, it means everyone already bought. And when everyone already bought, there are no buyers left. So when everyone is bullish, the price only can go down. It's a really funny mechanic, but that's basically how it works. And what we can see normally is that in a bear market, positive funding, price goes down. Negative funding, price goes up. In a bull market, especially, negative funding price goes up. But what we have seen right here, and I've shared this over on WhaleAlerts as well, that is a extra service where you can click on right here over on WhalePortal, which you can enter. It's just a Telegram group. We are building a bigger platform for this. You can enter just by joining Bybit with my affiliate link down below. But what I've shared right there is that we are seeing positive funding during this price action while price is going up. This doesn't happen in a bear market. You will never see a moment in the bear market where you have a period of positive funding and the price generally trends upwards. That's just not happening. That only happens in a bull market. And we've seen the same thing when Bitcoin entered a bear market, guys, beginning of 2022. That was right here, roughly. Like when Bitcoin came down right here, the funding rates turned negative. And normally, in a healthy market, when the funding rate is negative, the price should trend slightly upwards. Doesn't have to be pumping directly, but it at least should trend upwards. But it didn't do that. So right here, we had negative funding, price continued to go down. But you could already know right here that we've entered a bear market. Market conditions changed. So right now, I'm going to tell you as well, market conditions have changed. We are, in my opinion, not anymore in a bear market. I'm not only using the funding rates for that as an argument to that. I will show you multiple arguments. If we go to WhaleAlerts and we go to Learn, here you can actually read all these chapters about how you can use the charts over on WhaleAlerts. Will tremendously change your whole trading game. Will give you way more confidence in how to predict the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. We will be adding more coins to this later on. But if you scroll down right here, you go to blogs. Blogs, I wrote 3 articles, and these are all based on cycles, right? And I would say the 16-year cycle is the most important thing. I also going to make a more in-depth video about this, but the 16-year cycle is actually telling the following. Normally, we have like a 4-year cycle in Bitcoin, right? We go 4 years up, 1 year down, 4 years up, 1 year down, 4 years up, 1 year down. It's very precise. 4-year cycle Bitcoin is well known. Bob Lucas, a lot of people talking about this. Well-known cycle. But a secular bull market, that is a secular cycle, a bigger cycle, which can be divided in 4-year cycles, is a 16-year cycle. This is called a asset class cycle, and we've also seen it with the dot-com bubble, and that looked right here as follow. 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down. But the last cycle is, how do you call that? reverted, inverted. It is flipped, basically. That means that the last part of the cycle, the last 4-year cycle, is 1 year up, 3 years down. It's not exact science. It can be 1 year and 2 months, can be 1.5 years, of course, but generally the time we trend upwards will be way shorter than the time we're going to trend downwards. So I'm also expecting that we are going to see after 2024, we're going to see a more longer bear market in Bitcoin, where we even can reach like quite low levels, to be honest. But it also tells me that 2023 will be a very, very bullish year, and I now already get that confirmation. I've been screaming that already on the channel for months. 2023 will be very bullish. I'm watching these cycles. It's not only the 16-year cycle that is saying that, also the sunspot cycle, the 7-year cycle, Shmitter cycle also tells us that this was actually quite crazy. Because I've published an article in 2020 stating that from September 2021 we will enter the Shmitter cycle, which will be a year of decline, and we have seen actually starting from September 2021 till September 2022, we have seen 1 year of decline. So these cycles, a lot of people, they have a problem believing in those cycles. I can understand it, because it might be less technical than regular TA. However, for me, if I analyze these cycles, I have been way more accurate in terms of seasonality, because this is the way how you have to look at it. For example, in Europe, we have the season. We got like spring, we got winter, we got summer. So there's a certain season where you need to plant the seeds. There's a certain season where the seed is going to grow into a plant, into a crop, whatsoever. And then there's a season where you need to harvest, right? So if you can recognize these seasons, you know exactly how to move in the markets. And right now, the season of buying starts, and this is definitely an impulsive wave. Definitely, this is not like, this doesn't really look like, at least let's not jump the boat too quickly, but it doesn't look like a fake out yet. And I'm going to show you some confirmations right here, and I want to start with this chart. We actually have been predicting this low with Bitcoin, with the Bitcoin 60-day cycle. Guys, if you want this information, if you are new right here on this live stream, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below, and make sure to smash up the like button so more and more people can join the live. Let's check how many people we have right now. I can only see 35, but I have actually no clue if that is accurate. Let me check the live chat real quick, what's going on right here. Question: do we get a bear market before the halving? So this is also something that I'm thinking about. If you go to whaleportal, actually we have a halving countdown where we actually calculate when the next Bitcoin halving is based on the current block generation, but also based on an average block generation. So roughly in 450 days, let's say, we have the next Bitcoin halving. I personally think that this is going to be a very bearish event, because in terms of cycles, when this day is going to come, let's say at around this date, so roughly in 450 days, I think this would be more a sell the news event, and I think a lot of people, investors, will be trapped by this, because everybody is leaning on, oh yeah, the halving's coming. The supply is being cut, the new supply from the miners, validations, is being cut in half, so the price has to go up. I don't think so. This is already calculated in, and I don't think the miners have that much impact on the price of Bitcoin, to be honest. I don't think. It's just all about supply and demand, and when there's anyway more supply than demand, then price goes down. When there's more demand than supply, price goes up. And of course we could see like a front run, so investors getting excited because of the halving, so that can drive the price off. It will definitely help. The stories about the halving will definitely help with the hype, but I think the halving event itself will be very bearish. You can get me back on that whenever that's happening. But then, guys, I want to go to this chart, and let's go to the daily time frame actually. And wow, look at that relative strength index. This is just crazy. I'm really happy, guys, that Bitcoin is pumping. I have to be honest, I had some long positions open, right? I've shared that right here on the channel too. I definitely closed them too early. But nevertheless, I still have all my spot positions and I went all in Bitcoin. I actually don't have any stables anymore. Actually, not significant amount of stables since 16K. So at 16K, I've been open on Twitter. I've been saying like, hey guys, right now I'm going all in back to Bitcoin. And I will put everything that I have back into Bitcoin because I think this is the bottom for now. If we are going to surpass the 16K, I might take a little bit back to stables to just survive for the coming months. But I definitely think that 16K, that low right here, will be roughly the low for Bitcoin. And in hindsight, so far, that is turning out quite good. That is also my macro bag, right? That is my long-term bag. I'm not planning on selling that anytime soon. But what we can see right here, guys, is that we have a declining resistance since May 2022, and we actually broke that resistance, but we also have a reversal pattern. So that is something that I've mentioned as well. We have a V followed by a U. That is called a Adam and Eve reversal pattern. We broke the neckline with a nice pumping candle. That's a nice breakout. And let me see, we also broke the declining resistance right here. So this is just beautiful. Let me check the target of this Adam and Eve formation is the width right here. Put at the point of breakout. The target would be at roughly 20,000 US dollars. But if you look at this structure right here, then I think the target can definitely be higher than 20,000 US dollars. I just think the market conditions of Bitcoin have been changing, and it also a lot of people, they expect like, yeah, 2023 will be a boring year just for accumulating Bitcoin and so on. But if you go back to whaleportal.com, you come to learn, you click on the Bitcoin 16-year cycle, then this cycle is actually telling the opposite, right? Let me zoom in for you guys. This cycle is actually showing we have 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down. Then we got 1 year up, 3 years down. So everybody's expecting now, yeah, we have a multi-year long bull market. 2023 will be boring. 2024 we will go up. Personally, I don't think so. I think 2023 can be quite an explosive year. Things can happen really fast. And I think that will also trap a lot of investors. So the opinion that I have, I know it's very contrarian, but I also know that the majority is often on the wrong side of the case, on the wrong side of the story, right? Similar as to Bitcoin. And I'm also guilty of that, guys. Bitcoin is going to 100K, 2021, 2022. We are going to see 100K Bitcoin. Never happened. And that's the funny thing. If you looked at time, if you just looked at the time of Bitcoin, the time cycles, you would have known that Bitcoin topped. And you would not have known it by the target what Bitcoin hit, but you would have known it by the time. Because it was 3 years up, a wide Shmitter cycle as well, confirming that the bear market is starting. So we got that completing the 3 years. The 4-year cycle high, so to say. Then we got that Shmitter cycle as well coming in September, and everything goes down for 1 year. And I think a lot of you people had a rough year. I personally had a really rough year, and I've seen everyone around me having a rough year, guys. So if you also had a rough year, you're not the only one. And I'm not talking only about crypto. I'm talking about life as well. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about self-development. I'm talking about physical health, mental health, anything. 2022 has been a very difficult year for a lot of people, but there's a big but. And the but there is that in every struggle is always a blessing in disguise, right? If you can struggle, if you can conquer these hard times, then you will even thrive better when good times are coming. And I think good times are coming right now, although we still could see a pullback after such a massive pump. But if we go back to Bitcoin, and if we look how we end the bear market in 2019, guys, this was just massive. And this is what I want to prepare you guys a little bit for. I see a lot of people on Twitter, they are still bearish. But look at this. If you look at this pump, we had a massive pump. That was a pump. If I just take this candle from the neckline, till the top, That was a pump of 22%. Did we got any did we got any pullback? No. We didn't. We just continue to grind up right here. Then we are grinding up. Let me check what the relative strength index doing. So this is another lesson, very, very important. I get rid of these indicators, but this is a very important lesson. In a bull market, when the market conditions change, a lot of people, they will fool themselves in that, including me, I did it a lot in the past, that's why I know it, is they will fool themselves like, yeah, but we got bearish divergences, right? So we do see like higher highs in the price, but we get lower highs in the relative strength index, right? Normally that could cause a significant correction. Everybody will tell like, oh yeah, we're gonna see a massive pullback, Bitcoin is going to see new lows, blah blah blah. But what they don't realize is that the market conditions change. In a bull market, the relative strength index will go down. Why will it go down? Because it needs to have that space for that new upwards momentum. Right here as well, because it goes sideways, price goes sideways, bam, massive pullback on the relative strength index, where the price goes sideways. Look what happened afterwards, bam, massive rally. So I'm expecting, honestly, I'm expecting something similar, and you really have to be able to change your mindset right now. I think, I'm going to do that. We are now back into a bull market. Pullbacks are for buying, unless we lose some significant support levels, which I will show you. I will show you those levels. I'm still going to say we are in a bull market. Look at the weekly time frame, guys. I can share so many bullish signals with you, and I'm happy that I'm also been talking about that before. If we go to the weekly time frame and we have a look at the relative strength index, right? Look at this breakout. We got a breakout from a longer than a 1 year decline. Almost, almost a 2 year decline on the relative strength index on the weekly time frame is breaking out to the upside. While breaking out, we got a massive bullish divergence. Higher high on the weekly time frame, lower low in the Bitcoin price. If that isn't bullish, guys, I don't know what is. This is also confirming that market conditions has changed. And this is not enough. I even got more evidence, and that is this chart. I have been talking about that in my videos as well. This chart is showing the dominance of stablecoins, US dollar, USDC token, and US dollar Tether. What I've said is, if we break down, we will see a massive rally in Bitcoin. We did broke down right here, followed by a massive rally. If we zoom in on a 4-hour time frame, we even can see a clear rejection, like you see coming down right here, trying to come back up, clear rejection coming down. This looks like a breakdown for me, and this breakdown is just only confirming the case that Bitcoin will continue its bull market, guys. Let me go to the live chat. Let me check what all you guys are saying up in the live chat. And so yeah, let me have a look at that. Bull trap. No, I don't think it's a bull trap. Things can only get better. When should I sell my boat? Not yet. Missed the boat. Yeah, don't worry if you miss the boat, because of course you will get a lot of new opportunities to re-enter Bitcoin. There will always be a lot of opportunities, right? But yeah, this for me just looks very bullish, and I was very lucky and blessed that I could see that also already before on whaleportal, before we actually have seen that pump. Of course, I have pulled out my longs a little bit too early. I think no one could really expect that we should see such a massive pump that we are seeing right now. But I think it's just such a powerful tool that we can only see by the funding rates that market conditions has changed. And actually it does make really sense, right? When the funding rates generally tends to work in a bear market, positive funding, price goes down, negative funding, price goes up. When with positive funding, price goes up, yeah, of course, we have exited the bear market and we entered the bull market. So my perspective is back. Okay, we are fully back on 2021, 2019, 2020. Bitcoin is back into a bull market. But of course there's a big but. That will change if we lose this level. If we lose 18k decisively, then that will definitely be a big warning signal for me, guys. So I'm just going to say right here, I also set it on WhaleAlerts, guys. If you want, you can still join. If we break above 80k, I have 18,000 US dollars. I think we get a continuational move to the upside. And if we can hold above this level, I expect that, yeah, we're just going to continue this uptrend. So 18,000 is the level that I'm watching. If we get a decisive break below, yeah, then I will start to worry a little bit, like, okay, maybe what are we going to do? Maybe we have a last minute test of this line and then can take off, but still that would be worrying for me. But right now, this is just looking quite good. And of course, guys, if you are interested in trading, you can also always do that on Bybit. I have an affiliate link down below this video. You can get an additional bonus of 30,000 US dollars, and you will be able, of course, to join WhaleAlerts if you submit your Telegram handle down here on the website. Lately, we're working a lot on whaleportal, guys, and we will also soon we will include that you can analyze these charts combined with the Bitcoin price, so that you not only like have to look at these charts at the timestamp, then go back to the Bitcoin price and then have a look what happened, because that is how we do it right now. Okay, since 2 o'clock this and this date, the open interest goes up. What happened with the price? Price goes up. Okay, this is healthy. This is the process right now, but good things take time, and we are going to implement that we can make multiple charts in one screen, so that we can overlay the Bitcoin chart right here, so you can analyze it directly. This will be, whaleportal will definitely be the best tool out there for crypto derivative traders for short-term trading. 100%, this will be the most important tool. And yeah, we are working very hard on this side to make that happen. We already have quite a big of a team. We're working now with roughly 4 people on this project. And so far it's really good, and we are seeing a lot of increase in users, and already hundreds and hundreds of people are using whaleportal. Let me go back to the live chat, guys. How is Ethereum? Someone asked. What about daily RSI? Yeah. That daily RSI looks crazy. That is really freaking crazy. But that also shows, like, sometimes, like, a lot of people will say, like, yeah, this is a hidden bearish divergence, high, low, high in the price. But that is not always necessarily the case, because the momentum is going up such significant. We definitely can see price following as well. But of course can take a little bit longer, and like I said, sometimes in the bull market the relative strength index needs to come down maybe a little bit. Looks like a bearish divergence, but actually just taking up space for new bullish momentum. So yeah, volume is lower while the price goes up. No, but I don't agree, because I think open interest is more important. Open interest goes up, price goes up. That looks actually quite healthy. So this one goes up 12 January since 2 o'clock in the night. Let's have a look what happened right here. 12 January, 2 o'clock in the night. We can see that the price coming up with the open interest. But of course, if you look right here in the shorter term time frame, of course we are seeing here momentum indicators coming down, bearish divergences. We might have a top right here. Maybe we even get a sign over on the premium index that that maybe a short-term reversal is in play. That is possible. Of course, every massive rally can also have a opposite pullback, right? So that is something to take in mind. I'm going to tell you guys, if you want to re-enter, where I should re-enter. Well, let's consider this as a Adam and Eve pattern. We got a fee, you break out of the neckline. Target is roughly 20,000 US dollars. We're not there yet. If we do get a pullback, I think to re-enter at these levels would be really great. I don't know if you even get that opportunity, but to enter at these levels, at this, so we can maybe get a back test right here, and then continue this uptrend. And what you can do is, if you re-enter at these levels, spot or with margin, whatever, then you can always have a very clear invalidation, right? So you re-enter right here, but if we decisively break, you just like liquidate, like exit that position, right? So there's less risk involved because there's just a small margin where you're playing in. Like re-enter at, what is this level? Roughly 18.2k, maybe a little bit lower. You can do multiple buy orders between 18 and 18.2k. Put multiple buy orders right there. Maybe some get filled, some don't. If it drops below 18, retest and get rejection, you just get out of that trade, because that would be a invalidation, right? So you have a clear invalidation then, and you don't take too much risk. But you can also wait, of course. That is another way of trading. You can wait until we get a bounce from there and then enter right here. When you see a nice reversal, signals, bullish divergences, negative funding rates, everything that's visible on funding on the WhaleAlerts. So when it comes down to here, you have a bullish divergence and negative funding. It's already done. That's already a 90% sign that you will make money with a long position. So that is how easy actually whaleportal makes trading. You have to combine the things that you see in the chart, combined with the derivative exchange data, and then you can be very, very sure about what's happening. So I can already tell you right now, guys, for the funding rates, that every time during this price action, for example, right here, funding rates negative, right here, funding rates negative, everyone expects this. But the funding rate's negative. This is a bull market, maybe a mini bull market, because after we got a mini bear market. But during this time, negative funding, price will just go up. So in a bear market, that won't be the case. So if the funding rate is negative, and I'm talking about like small periods being negative, and the price significantly goes down, like in a general structure goes down with negative funding, then the market, then that looks very bearish. That is a big warning signal. So if we do get a top right here and we see the price coming down, we might get such a signal again. But that is exactly how I could know that the Bitcoin price is back into a bull market. So right here I already had, I already made that update over on WhaleAlerts, telling everybody that right now we got to change our mindset, because that is the most hardest thing, right? If you have been a bear for 1 year, we have been in a 1 year decline. Everybody is pessimistic. Everyone expects lower lows. People screaming 10k, 12k. There was also when Bitcoin was trading at 3k. People screaming 2,800, 1,300, 1,800. Never came. Never came. There will always be people at the top screaming for higher levels, and there will always be people at the bottom screaming for lower levels. That's just how the markets work. But if you are able to quickly shift whenever you see new data, that is the most important thing. You don't hold on to like, yeah, no, I think this is going to happen. I know for sure. I'm just going to believe in that, and I'm going to ignore everything else, right? Like I said, I was bearish. In this period, I was bearish. We broke down, Bitcoin come down. I was bearish. Couple of days later, I could completely flip my whole mindset. No, this is back into a bull market. We are seeing different data, and that's very difficult. I've made so many mistakes in the past, just by holding on to an idea. Yeah, no, it's bearish. It's bearish because of this, and this. Then I get in love with the idea that it's being bearish, and I just hold on to that idea. And then when you see new data, you will just like convince yourself, nah, not this time, this and that, not this time, blah blah blah. So if you catch yourself doing that, then grab yourself like, hey, what am I doing? Am I really objective right here, or am I just in love with my previous idea? I also did some polls on Twitter. Like if you want to follow me on Twitter, I highly recommend that. I did some polls on Twitter saying like, hey guys, are we back into a bull and a bear market? Most of you guys said we still fully bear. Like this is the tweet. We're still fully bear. or the bear market ended. Well, 30% said bear market ended. Clearly the majority thinks we're still fully bear. So clearly the majority actually is wrong. Sorry to say, but that's just how it works. Because when everyone is bearish, what do we have left? No bears. Everybody sold. What can happen with the price if everyone already sold? Can only go up because the bears will turn into bulls. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. Super simple. If everyone is bullish, everyone already bought. Who's gonna buy? No one, because we only have sellers left when everyone already bought. It's the most simplest explanation about why the majority is always wrong. And why you gotta avoid being into that herd mentality. But guys, let me check quickly the live chat, what's going on. Let me quickly check. Yeah, still question about Ethereum. I think Ethereum looks similar to Bitcoin. Ethereum looks very bullish. Even has, instead of this lower low, just formed actually a higher low, right? We never had that lower low with Ethereum. So Ethereum, honestly, if I like it or not, because of course I'm really pro Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin maximalist and I have all my money in Bitcoin. I think Ethereum looks very strong, right? So that is just something I can say. Guys, I'm gonna wrap it up for today. I want to thank you all very much for joining me in the stream. I had a very nice time. I hope to see every single one of you in the next videos. If you want to join WhaleAlerts, you can sign up on Bybit using the affiliate link down below. And of course, make sure to check all the blog posts that we have been sharing over on whaleportal and these things. And if you have a website where you talk about crypto or you have your own community, make sure to share this, because this will help a tremendous amount of people with looking at the markets in a certain perspective, which will help them in order to take profits at the right time and enter cycles also at the right time. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a great night, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.